Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's doing okay. Uh, it is Sunday. Man, I tell you, the week's just, the time is going by so fast, it's crazy. So, anyway, um, before we jump into this, we're going to talk about how are you affected by what's going on. We got a couple things I'm going to touch base on. Hopefully, I'm going to speak my piece no matter what. If it gets me in trouble, it gets me in trouble. But I don't think it should give my assessment of a situation, which doesn't make, but we will get into that in a moment. Before we do get started, I would just like to remind everybody. Uh, Last stream, and I was like, I guess I jinxed myself. I was like, oh, we've had a whole bunch of streams in a row with no issues, and of course, right away, we got 16 minutes in and got zapped. So if we have any problems with the stream, I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. So please just be patient and hang in there with me. You may not get a notification that I am back online, but I will get right back online as soon as I possibly can. So hopefully we don't have that issue tonight and we can have a good stream and get things rocking and rolling with no problem. The second thing I'd like to remind everybody is that this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. I would ask that you all be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. Not going to be tolerated. So please just don't do it. If you are still going to be willfully ignorant and do that, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here because we're not playing. That's just, we're not going to have that. We'd like to have good conversations, good feedback with people, and have a good time. And that's what it's all about. So hopefully we can do that. All right. So, anyway, I want to ask, I got to ask because, so my second video that I put up yesterday, about defunding the police. Should we be defunding the police or something was the title, something like that. How many of you guys actually got notice of that? Now that went up at 7:30 last night, and it was amazing to me how few people watched that video. And I thought, wow, that is really really weird. That and I did talk with somebody, and they said that it was they didn't get notification that it was even. Oh, well, my buddy down in Washington D.C. They said that never got one, no notice. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's so funny because it's like very few people watch that video, and I'm talking about the movement for the defunding the police type of thing. And it was like after an hour, I had like 777 views, and I'm like, that's not normal. That's not normal at all. So I don't even think it's at 3,000 views at this point. So it is amazing to me how yeah. So a lot of people are saying they never got notice of it, and that's what I figured. That's part of the censorship because, of course, I'm obviously against defunding the police, and I talk about why I think that is a bad thing and stuff like that. So there is a lot of games going on, a lot of games on social media, a lot of censorship, which I don't think, who are the people, the first of all, like the fact checkers, like when I'll see things and I laugh, and a good example is like people will put stuff up about Biden in on Facebook, and they'll put up information that's 100% true. And then, this was checked by independent fact checkers, and not all things are, being relevant in this statement. And I laugh at that because it's like they can't deny that some of the things are true, so they have to try to twist it. And I think that is amazing. But yeah, so that's part of it as well. And there's a lot of games going on. And who are the ones that are deciding? And I want you guys. So we're going to get into this. This is part of it as well, and then we're going to get into some other things. Who are the people that are sitting there, basically determining if what you say is okay and not okay? Who's pulling their strings? Who's telling them what is okay and not okay? Whatever happened, okay, and this is one of the things, are you okay with this? And this is part of why, I mean, this has been like irritating me so much today, you have no idea. who are the ones? I mean, are you okay with them telling you what is okay and what is not okay? Completely censoring different views, people looking at things from a different perspective, and those type of things. It is amazing, absolutely amazing to me, and it's continuing more and more and more. Um, did I wake up? I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong on this. Did I wake up in 1930s Nazi Germany? Because I feel like it sometimes. So I'm gonna get right into this one aspect of this, and I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback. Now, this is going on around different parts of the world as well, but it's just started here in New York. Okay, the Excelsior plan type of thing is what they're calling it, I guess, where you can get this app that basically, if you want to go to certain venues, certain sporting events, and those type of things, musical concerts or whatever and stuff like that, you have this app that you can have that shows that number one, you're right. So that's number one, and that you've had a negative test within a time period. So it's not sharing your information, but yeah, that is sharing your information. Okay. Why do you have to have that to get permission to do something? Okay, I have a real problem with that. And and what bothers me more is that people are okay with this. Well, I just want things to go back to normal. That's the standard answer, right? Just want things to go back to normal. So I have to prove that I'm a good little sheeple and I've done what I'm told so that I can go in and have permission to go and do something. I just saw a thing from the CDC. Okay, and so This is not my opinion. This is what the CDC is saying. So they're saying as more and more people have the right, that grandparents are getting to be able to get together with their grandchildren, and spending time with family again. Stuff like that. Whoever stopped you, realistically? Whoever stopped you from seeing your family, from being with relatives? Now, if you have family in a nursing home, they've stopped you. But again, I want you guys to think about this, okay? The exorbitant amount of money that people are paying to have their loved ones in a nursing facility, number one, okay? Yeah, it's a HIPAA violation, exactly, CMI. Yeah, it's an absolute HIPAA violation. This thing proving that you've had your right. You have to prove it, and it's so stupid that I can't even say it because the algorithm will ding me if I say it. That's another thing that I have a real problem with. Okay, you love the noise for the yeah. Well, you get an idea, then you know what I'm talking about. But the sad part is that I can't speak freely without fear of retaliation for my opinion or for what I think about the situation. The fact that they're at this point where you have to have your papers to prove something to be able to get into a venue or to get into a sporting event or whatever else they decide that you better have your papers for. And again, what happened to you can either get it or you don't have to get it? Whatever happened to that? Okay. uh, I'm going to tell you what, it's like waking up in a nightmare. It's like waking up in a nightmare. And yeah, eh, uh, how-to video said, Ed, they use fear to control the masses, and that's exactly what they're doing. But again, what is blows my mind all along this whole time with everything that has gone on, people have lived in fear. They have not gone out and spent time with their families. I see how, well, we have this big thing, and I saw this is a family that did, and good for them for doing it. Okay, I mean, if that's how they felt like they had to do it. But they had family like all over the country, and they would do a Zoom conference once a week, and they would all get together from the different parts of the country, and they would all talk because nobody was seeing each other because of all the restrictions and everything like that. Again, it's a choice. If you want to play by the game, play the game the way that they're telling you, and you're getting your permission for what you can and cannot do. Again, all right. I have a real issue with that. Whatever happened that this is a free country, it absolutely blows my mind. It really, really, truly does. Guys, I see we're already at 950 in the chat. We're at 270 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do that to show support for the channel. And thank you very much for doing that ahead of time. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction we have, thumbs up, thumbs down, comments and stuff like that. So obviously I prefer thumbs up. It really does help with the channel, pushes us up higher in the rankings. So I thank you for that reason as well. And of course, the third reason, I definitely like to see the thumbs up. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel already, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon and get all notifications as well. And thank you for doing that ahead of time. But yeah, so I've been seeing all this stuff out on all kinds of social media platforms. Okay, I mean, they're really pushing, oh, this is wonderful. Once you get the right, once you get that, then you're going to be able to, everything is going to be able to go back to normal. According to who? When they give us permission and they say, okay, sheep, it's okay, you can now go out in the pasture because you've had your inoculation. No, no, I'm not asking permission. I'm not going to be told what I can and cannot do. I'm not going to, not doing it. I'm just not doing it. And so, it is just amazing. It is amazing. And the number of people that I have spoken with personally, and the main reason that they have gone out and got it, now they're not sick. They're not a compromised person. They're not even in the age range where, oh my God, you better do something because, you're at risk. And those are the people, in my opinion, that should be the least likely to go and get it because they are compromised. And now you're putting some other foreign bodies into your system that you don't know what they're doing, what it's doing to you. Okay. And I love the explanation of, because there have been people that have passed away after getting this, right? Well, it affects a very small percentage of people that have happened to. One is too many. Okay, I don't want to take that chance. I don't want to take the chance. Oh, okay, so if I get this, I may die, correct? Yeah, okay, great. Shoot me right up. No, I just, it baffles my mind. It really, really, truly does. Hey, Homestead Homeboy. Good evening, Prepper Nurse One. Good evening. Thank you very much for the donation and welcome aboard. And I'm glad you're here. But I don't know, guys. I'm like, but this just, I'm sitting here and I'm watching this stuff, and I said, I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one that is disgusted, that sees the manipulation, sees these games being played, and people are just lining up. Surveys are coming out asking questions about your videos. They are, oh, hold on a second. Are they, hold on a second, where did that go? Are they entertaining, relevant information, etc.? Oh, okay. I've had some other people say the same thing, JJ, that they've gotten things asking about, like the surveys about my videos, and that's okay. They're trying to hide it. Over 2,000 people have died and 400,000 injured so far. Teresa just said that. Yeah, and I'm and that's the thing, is you're not hearing that information. That's not being put out there. What's being put out there is what they want you to see. And again, that's manipulation. It's what the media and the news have been doing forever and a day. And that's why I always encourage people to do your research, pay attention to what's going on, because of the fact that there is a huge, like with the news, anything that you watch on the news, it is what you are allowed to watch. So what they'll do is they'll take a demographic of like the Northeast, and they kind of got an idea where the Northeast mindset is at. So they'll spin it a certain way here, and then maybe in Seattle, Washington, let's use that as another example. That's a whole different mindset of people out there, so they spin it a different way. And it's like, it's always what you are allowed to see. They're never going to give you the full truth of anything. They're going to feed you what they want. They're going to spoon feed you what they want to feed you. And then you're supposed to just believe everything because it's coming from these trusted news anchors that you've been watching for the last 25 years. Okay. It's amazing. Saw a video today that calculated how much you make on YouTube, Ed. You know, that was funny. I saw that one too, and they weren't even close. Just so you know, they were not even close. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was hilarious. Somebody had sent me that somebody was calculating how much I made on YouTube. The guy wasn't even close. Just so you know. But that's okay. It's nobody's business anyway. But I love how they try to do that. Yeah, mask made in China, no FDA stamp on them. You awake yet? Exactly. And that's Patriot Underground just said that. And also, like I said, and also remember, most important thing, no liability to the manufacturer. So no responsibility. So I use this example. I'm going to give you an example of something, and you know, I may have done this already, but I'm going to do it again for you guys. So if you go to a car dealership, and this is what I've talked with certain people. I said, if you go to a car dealership and you're deciding you're going to buy a brand new car, so you're all excited, you're jacked up, I'm going to get this brand new car, and they say to you, all right, listen, we're going to sell you this brand new car, but we're not going to be responsible the minute you drive it off the lot. No liability for us whatsoever. No insurance, nothing like that. Hey, Patrick Bolin, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. William Keller, PN1, I'm 35 and a heavy smoker. Good health and shape. If you were in my boat, what would your thoughts be? I'm 50-50 and don't know what to do. All right. And William, just listen to what I'm going to say right now, and I will talk. I'll answer your question the best way that I can. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to just tell you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. So if you're going to go buy a car and you say, I want to buy this car, and they say, no liability. If something breaks down, you're 100% responsible for it, right? Are you going to buy that car with no warranty, no guarantee, right? You're not going to do it. Nobody would. That'd be the stupidest thing in the world. So why would you get a product from a company that has for years and years and years has zero liability to the manufacturer if something goes wrong? If by that offhand chance, oh my goodness, what a surprise, you, the individual, are affected adversely because of taking said product. Sorry, too bad, can't help you, right? Why would you do that? Doesn't make any kind of sense to me. And let's remember, this is an emergency release. This was not through years of rigorous testing and anything like that. It didn't go through the standard hoops and things like that the normal things go through. And even those, remember this too, even those that go through years of rigorous testing, calls have we had through the years? How many times do you see the ads? If you took XYZ product back in the 70s or the 80s, you might be entitled to compensation. How many ads have you guys have seen that? Those were ones that went through vigorous testing. So again, I'm not telling you to do it or not do it. You as an individual have to make a choice, but you better have all the facts and you better know what you're signing up for. And to me, I'm a very healthy individual, okay? From 9, I was in the hospital twice when I was 9 years old, okay? Almost died both times, all right? One was an appendicitis. My appendix almost burst. I poisoned throughout my whole body. That was very, very lucky. They said if my appendix had burst, I would have died. The other one, I had tonsils and adenoids. That wasn't life-threatening, obviously. But at 4, I had meningitis, and that one almost killed me too. Hey, William Smith. Hey, Ed, I just got back from a week-long trip on my Road King in the PCH in Cali. It's a different world in that place, and I feel bad for the people. You know what? With what's going on right now out there as well, I absolutely feel bad for them as well. I'm glad you had a good trip, and I'm glad you're back home safe and sound. But yeah, things are just bizarre. Things are bizarre. Hey, Tony. Ed, the fact of the matter is that you can't talk to these people. Such a state of fear is being created that the people are becoming a herd of sheep. You're right. You know what? And I can't disagree with you. So many people have bought in hook, line, and sinker to what they're being fed. And remember, and here's the best part, okay? If you don't comply and go along with the program, you're the bad guy. Isn't that amazing how that works? Because you won't put something over your face, you're the bad guy. You're hurting other people. You're bad. I find that insanity. I find that absolutely insane. But that's hold on. I had not killed the volume on my phone. And I just don't want it to go off while we're doing this. But again, Ed, the RNA prevents type 2 microage from turning off the type 1 microage white blood cells. This causes the autoimmune disease where the body attacks organs continuously. I've heard that as well, and I don't know, and I can't say that that's a fact or not a fact. I really can't. Okay. But when you are introducing something that is not natural into your body, there's always going to be consequences for those actions. And that's what I'm going to say. And again, it's a choice. I have a real problem that they feel, the powers that be feel that they need to try to bully, intimidate, scare me into complying with something that if I get it, I have a 99.5% chance of surviving no matter what. Oh yeah, and by the way, if I get it, right, and I survive, my own natural antibodies have built up and it makes me a stronger person in the long run anyway. You know, it is amazing. It is amazing what's going on. And, no, it's not mandatory in Arizona and people are still wearing them. Yeah, it's unbelievable, to be honest with you. It's unbelievable. Now, I get workers being forced to with their jobs. I get it. You're being forced to. There's not really much you can do about it and stuff like that. But, it is, like I said, again, to me, complete and utter insanity. The whole thing is just insane. Guys, we're up to 1,300 people in the chat. We're at 470 and a thumbs up. So I'm going to ask again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, if you would shoot a thumbs up, I would really appreciate that. And thank you very much ahead of time. And it really, helps support the channel, and I do appreciate that. Again, it also really helps with the algorithms. So the more thumbs up we get, the more interaction. It really helps push the channel and boost the channel. So I do appreciate that as well. Okay. Also, third reason is I do like to see a lot of thumbs up. So I'm not going to lie, that's being honest. So, but also if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would please ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon and get all notifications as well. But, was that a cat I just heard? Probably not. I just got Max on the bed tonight. Everybody else has been like in and out. So it's been raining here off and on all day today. It's been real weird, real periods of high winds. So that's why we were working in the greenhouse. And I actually did another video that you guys will see if you want to see it tomorrow. And I'm talking about what I think is important and one of the things that we did today. So I will, you guys, if you want to check that out. Hey, Open House, Texas. Is it true New York is launching a vaccine passport so people can rejoin society? Yes. Yes, they're calling it something like the Excelsior thing. And it's not right now. What they're using it for is to be able to get into like Madison Square Garden for a sporting event. They're also trying to use it for like, okay, so here's another one of the things that they had said. If like with wedding receptions right now, if you're having a wedding reception, you are limited to people that you can have depending on where you're going to have your reception, obviously. But they're saying that if you have that basically app on your phone and you've had your, then you're able to go to these parties without a problem because now you're safe, right? According to them. Yeah. So, yeah, that's New York is launching that. We'll see how that goes. Again, for no reason. So if that means, guys, like I said, if that means that I'm not able to go down into Yankee Stadium this year because I haven't gotten it, which I won't get it, okay, then I don't go to Yankee Stadium. So I'll watch the games at home. You know what I mean? I just, oh, hold on a second. I have to do my job as a doorman, so I will be right back. Hold on, guys. I heard you. I heard you. All right, that's my full-time job, so I have to do that. I'll say that's what I knew it. Well, they let me know. I am at their service. That is my full-time job. I'm a professional doorman for my cats. So anyway, really quickly, I want to mention my website, preppernurse1.com. Right now, we're doing a sale, freeze-dried food with Legacy freeze-dried food. So if you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you click on store, it drops down, it'll say Legacy Foods. You go to that part, what we have available is there. If you decide you want to make a freeze-dried food purchase, when you check out, 20% will come off automatically. We are doing that sale, and that is going to end on the 7th of April, okay? So just letting people be aware right now what's going on with that. Good way to, save, especially if you have a larger order. 20% can add up in a hurry, okay? But freeze-dried food is a great thing to have in your long-term food preps. 25-year shelf life. So for the lazy prepper that just wants to get something, set it aside, and not worry about it, perfect thing to have. Absolutely perfect thing to have. But the best part is Legacy food is really good. I've done several reviews on it. I really like the product. That's why I endorse it. That's why I back it. I back two companies, okay? Two companies, Legacy Foods and also the Forefathers of CBD and hemp products. That's the only ones I endorse because those are the things I believe in. So I'm not going to jump on and say, hey, you should buy this pocket knife because, this company is going to give me XYZ number of dollars for each one of these that I sell. Not doing it. I'm not going to whore myself out. If I believe in a product, I'm going to recommend a product. I definitely believe in Legacy freeze-dried foods. Again, 25-year shelf life, GMO free. It's made in the U.S. It's vegan. There are meat options for chicken and beef also available, and there's gluten-free options as well. So if you decide you want to go do that, check out my website. Like I said, when you check out, 20% will come off automatically. The Forefathers, which is the CBD and hemp store, if you go to my website again, preppernurse1.com, you'll see the Forefathers logo. If you click on that, it will take you to their website. Excuse me. And if you decide to make a purchase there of a CBD or hemp product, use the discount code PrepperNurse1, and that's the number 1, not ONE. You'll save yourself 15% on your purchase there. I keep that right at 15% on that. That's not going to change. It's just a little savings for you guys if that's what you want to do, because I've worked it out with the company. They're good people, small town business, small owned business, and